Overall, I think we're pretty clear that this has been a major step forward for the teaching of this course and that it was a big success. I mean, firstly, we had the student reaction, which was overwhelmingly positive. We also had exam data that we could analyse, and we were able to do proper statistical analysis of this, comparing it with exam data from the 3 years previously. And what we found, where we controlled for differences amongst the students, differences in the difficulty of the exams, we found that we'd added something like 5 marks to the average grade of a student, which is quite a big increase. I mean, that's half of a degree class, if you like. So that was a really positive thing. But even if you don't believe the exam data that we had, we saw engagement significantly improved. I mean, the attendance was much better throughout the year. And in fact, because the attendance was higher and we were asking students to go to twice as many classes, what we found was that over the year, students had attended something like 3 times more classes of these small problem classes than they used to. Now, our belief is that that's where the students really benefit from interaction with staff. That's really where they're going to do most of their learning. So the fact that they were attending 3 times as many sessions of that form, I think speaks for itself.
Of introducing a flipped classroom into our course for Mathematics for Engineering students has been very positive. This has taught me and many of the other teaching staff here a lot about how to introduce new components into our teaching, and it's given us hands-on experience with things like using videos for lecture content as well as using an online testing system. I think this has been a really valuable learning experience for many of us into just thinking about how different teaching components can interact and how they can serve particular purposes when you're trying to design learning activities and when you think about the environment in which those are taking place. It's also clear that setting up a flipped classroom method really does take a lot of effort. It took a lot of us time in the design phase, and then in the sort of post-design, pre-implementation phase where we were designing the specifics of the videos and the classroom material and writing the online tests. And then also in the implementation, in our case, we were taking a very large lecture and breaking it up into a lot of smaller, more intimate classroom experiences. And that means there is more time spent for us at this point than there used to be in face-to-face teaching, but the payoff is that we have much higher quality teaching and the students are really getting a lot more out of this. So there is definitely space for really good flipped classroom teaching, but it has to be designed well, it has to be thought through, and it's worth taking the time and putting forth the effort at the very beginning to ensure that students and teachers get a really positive experience in the class itself.